Welcome back, coin lovers, to another thrilling episode of Coins Numismatics Series. Get ready for an exciting deep dive into a coin that may look ordinary but hides a fascinating story beneath its copper-plated surface, the 1990 D. Lincoln Penny 1-cent coin. You might have seen hundreds of them in your pocket change, but what if I told you that certain examples of this coin can be worth much more than just 1 cent? Let's uncover the mystery, the design, the history, and the value that makes this coin a collectible piece in the world of numismatics. The year 1990 marked a significant era for the United States Mint. It was a time when the country's economy was evolving rapidly, and coin production reflected the technological and minting advancements of the era. The 1990 D. Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse of the coin. This mint was known for its massive production output, and indeed, the 1990 D penny was minted in large numbers. Over 4.9 billion pieces were produced. At first glance, that might make you think these coins are too common to be valuable, but as collectors know, it's the small differences and minting errors that turn ordinary coins into treasures. The obverse of the 1990 D. Lincoln penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design first appeared on the cent in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, and it remains one of the most beloved and longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Lincoln's portrait faces right, with the word Liberty to his left and the date 1990 to his right. The mint mark D appears below the date, signifying that it was struck in Denver. Above Lincoln's head, the national motto, "In God We Trust," is boldly inscribed, a reminder of the enduring values of the United States. Turning to the reverse side of the coin, we see the classic Lincoln Memorial design by Frank Gasparo, which had been in use since 1959. This design replaced the original wheat ears reverse that appeared from 1909 to 1958. The Lincoln Memorial is an elegant depiction of the monument located in Washington, D.C., and if you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a small but remarkable detail that shows the precision of U.S. coin engraving. Above the memorial, the inscription, "United States of America," arches proudly, while "E pluribus unum" appears just below, translating to "out of many, one." The denomination, 1 cent, is displayed at the bottom, completing the balanced and symmetrical design that collectors have admired for decades. The 1990 D penny is composed of a copper-plated zinc planchet, a change that began in 1982 when the mint switched from nearly pure copper to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating. The result is a coin that weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. This composition change was a major shift in the penny's history, as rising copper prices made it too expensive to produce 1-cent coins made of copper. The newer copper-plated zinc cents have their own unique quirks, including susceptibility to corrosion and surface bubbles if improperly stored, which sometimes leads to fascinating error varieties that attract collectors' attention. Speaking of errors, some of the most interesting and valuable 1990 D. Lincoln pennies are those that left the mint with striking or planchet anomalies. One rare variety to look for is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned on the planchet, sometimes showing only part of Lincoln's portrait. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if both the date and mint mark are still visible. Another fascinating error is the broadstrike, where the coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to spread out slightly wider than usual. Then there are die cracks and die chips, small raised areas on the coin's surface caused by a damaged die. These minor flaws can sometimes increase a coin's appeal among collectors who specialize in error coins. A particularly intriguing and highly sought-after error for the 1990 D penny is the no mint mark proof cent. Although primarily associated with Philadelphia, a few rare 1990 Lincoln cents without a mint mark and with proof characteristics surfaced. These were mistakenly struck without the mint mark that should have identified them as San Francisco proofs. While these are not Denver minted, they often spark confusion and add to the mystique surrounding the 1990 series. The Denver version, however, still has its own rare misstrikes and double die errors that can sell for hundreds of dollars depending on the clarity and visibility of the doubling. Now let's talk about value, which is always one of the most exciting parts for collectors. In circulated condition, most 1990 D. Lincoln pennies are worth face value, 1 cent. However, coins in uncirculated condition, especially those with a bright, lustrous red surface and no signs of wear, can bring in much higher prices. A 1990 Lincoln penny graded MS67 red by PCGS or NGC can fetch anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on market demand. The rarest and highest graded examples, in pristine mint state condition, have been known to sell for over $500 at auctions. Collectors prize these coins for their sharp details, rich coloration, and flawless surfaces. If you come across a 1990 penny with unusual toning, such as a rainbow effect caused by oxidation of the copper plating, don't disregard it. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium for beautifully toned coins because they stand out visually in a collection. Another thing to check for is the strength of the strike. Some 1990 pennies were struck with slightly worn dies, leading to softer details, while others show strong, bold impressions. Coins with full, sharp details on both Lincoln's face and the Lincoln Memorial tend to command higher value among collectors seeking perfection. When it comes to collecting, the 1990 penny serves as a perfect starting point for new hobbyists. It's modern enough to be easily found in circulation but old enough to have developed interesting varieties and collector interest. Many people first get introduced to coin collecting through Lincoln cents because they're affordable and full of history. Building a set of Lincoln Memorial cents, from 1959 to 2008, is a common goal among collectors, and the 1990 plays an important role in completing that series. For those who collect by mint marks, it's also worth noting the differences between the 1990 and the 1990 pennies struck in Philadelphia. The Denver coins tend to have slightly different color tones and striking qualities due to differences in die preparation and minting conditions. While the 1990 pennies are known for their famous missing mint mark-proof variety, the 1990 DS remain desirable for their high-quality mint state examples and occasional striking errors. Historically, the 1990 penny also symbolizes the end of the 1980s and the beginning of a new economic era. It reflects a time of technological progress in minting, as the U.S. Mint was improving die longevity and quality control. The early 1990s also marked growing interest in coin collecting as a popular hobby, thanks to publications and coin shows that helped spread awareness about varieties and errors. The 1990 penny fits perfectly within this timeline, a coin of transition, representing both tradition and modern minting innovation. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is how such a small denomination continues to spark excitement among collectors. The Lincoln Cent series, despite being one of the most produced coins in U.S. history, never loses its charm. Each year, small changes in dies, composition, and minting errors create opportunities for discovery. The 1990 penny, with its billion coin mintage, may seem common, but for the sharp-eyed collector, it's a reminder that hidden value can still be found in everyday change. As we conclude our deep dive into the 1990 Lincoln penny 1-cent coin, remember that numismatics is not just about rarity, it's about the story each coin tells. The wear, the shine, the mint mark, the year, all are pieces of a larger puzzle that connects history, art, and economics. So next time you're sorting through your coins, take a closer look at those 1990 pennies. You never know when you might be holding a hidden gem worth far more than its face value. Thank you for joining Coins Numismatics Series for this in-depth look at one of America's most iconic coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1990 Lincoln penny and want to explore more hidden treasures from your pocket change, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Every coin has a story, and we're here to tell them all. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover another fascinating coin from the rich world of numismatics.